welcome to the channel. It's the Adam with ND72. So as you see, we got my donor Slk32 AMG in the garage. So, as you remember what I said in the last video, we're taking this whole supercharger, all miscellaneous parts, everything out of here and throwing it into my death cart to make a higher than normal compression supercharged death cart Slk32. So what we're going to be doing today is ripping out a lot of crap from this car. So, as you know, like I kind of explained, I wanted to basically drop my supercharger from this car and the miscellaneous parts onto my 320 motor, which is a 10-to-1 compression, and this is a 9-to-1 compression ratio. So, what we're going to be doing today is pulling the motor and tranny out of this vehicle. Now you might ask, why are we pulling the whole motor and tranny? Because if I pull the supercharger off this and then put it back outside, there's a good chance rain could get in there, it could get all wet, and then I ruin a motor. Because the plan is, if I blow up my Slk320 motor, I have a spare, purpose-built Slk32 motor that I'm going to put in the corner. And it's going to help a lot easier with the swap. So if I could pull this motor out, put it on a stand, every pulley and everything I need to remove will be like right effing in front of me. I go part from part instead of like leaning my head in there and trying to get into stuff. So hopefully this won't be that bad of a job. We're going to rip the motor out. Maybe we'll find some cool things that are broken. Maybe we'll find some things that aren't broken. Oh, and just so everyone knows, if you want any parts from this car, hit me up. I live in Florida. I'll ship some of the small stuff, but I'm not shipping rims unless you want to pay for all the shipping. But there's rims for sale, secondary air pump for sale, some AC line for sale, ABS stuff for sale, tons of crap for sale. Body parts for sale, brakes for sale, whatever you need, I'll sell it relatively cheap and get it out to you quick. So hit me up. Either just throw a comment down here or find me on Instagram at BuffySlk500. Throw me a message. We'll try to work out a deal. Don't offer me like $1 for something, because if it costs me more than shipping, I'm not going to do that. So let's get on to the video and kind of like look over this motor. So as you can see, this motor looks pristine. For 230,000 miles, this whole engine bay looks pretty effing nice. All factory. The only thing is, I mean, you're missing the star, but still, it's looking pretty effing clean. Like, this guy took well care of it. My motor, most people other engine bays don't look this nice, especially for 230,000 miles, and we're just sitting there. So now, before we pull it, the biggest benefit of me buying a car that ran, instead of just buying a motor off Facebook, you never really know if it'll run. Because you could go buy a motor off Facebook that's like on an engine stand, the guy's like, it ran when I pulled it out, and you spend $2 grand and you get home and it's literally effed up. We're going to fire this bad girl up because I'm going to show you before we pull it, it literally ran and drove before we pull it. And the tranny works because I literally was driving around the property. But let's fire this bad girl up. Let me warn you, it's going to be loud, everyone. Listen to her purr, so quiet. I'm kidding, the battery's dead. Let me get the jump box. Okay, round 2 with a jump box. So as you see, this bad girl is running pretty effing smooth. Yes, it has no exhaust on it, so that is literally dumping from the headers. So it runs pretty effing smooth, we'll put it that way, because the O2s are right there, so maybe it's a little bit rich or lean, but still runs pretty good. I didn't want to run it too long, mainly because it has no coolant in there, and because we had to start working on it. But as you saw, no smoke like in the previous video when it was like Cheech and Chong was hanging out in my backyard. But we're going to take the jump box off and start pulling this bad girl apart. Alright, we're going to start by just taking the hood off. Do I need to take the hood off? Not really, because you can see it's in service mode, but I want to utilize my lift, so if I go up at all, as you see, I'm going to F up the hood, and this is a premium effing hood if anyone wants it, or maybe I'll use it. So we're going to pull the hood off. It should just be 310s and that strut, and if anyone wants that strut's working pretty effing good. So we're going to pull that off and put it aside just so we have so much more room for activities. Okay, now that we got the hood off, look at all the room for activities. We can do yoga, we can do everything. I got to hop on the engine bay, take a nice little nappy nap. So this motor should be coming out really effing easy. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to start pulling off a lot of miscellaneous rig'em roll, like the air box. Hey, if anyone wants this, hit me up. Also, our first step is start pulling every effing connector off. So we're basically just going to tag team this, pull the air box off, pull all the connectors off, and just go from there. Okay guys, I want to say this really quick. This part of the video is going to be a little bit different than what my normal videos are. It's going to be a lot more of the process of how we do these videos. A little bit of behind the scenes, so tell me if you like this style of me shooting the video, or basically how I normally do it. But this one's a little bit more, I think, comical, and a little bit more live action, so you see how it actually is to work with ND72 live in person. So I figured this was a little bit fun, a little bit bouncy, so let's get back to the video, and hopefully you guys like it. If you don't, throw a comment below, and if you really do, maybe we'll start shooting videos like this more. But let's get back to that video. Alright, so we had to take the supercharger off, as you can see, and one good and bad thing. As you see, we're about to drop all this effing debris in there. So I'm going to vacuum that up, and also look at, there is no real moisture in there. Usually when you get moisture or some sort of backup of buildup, that means your intercooler is leaking. So right there, good intercooler, bad dirt. So we're going to get the vacuum and vacuum all that up before we keep pulling it. But we're going to keep moving forward. As you see, it's going pretty well. Nothing too crazy, nothing too hard. We're just finding that we do have to remove the supercharger to get all the other plugs off. Thought I could do it with the supercharger on, but I don't know if there's a bulkhead back there. I can't remember. So we're just going to keep knocking it out. Okay, so now we're ready to pull the supercharger off in traditional ND72. I'm going to hop in the engine bay and pull it out. Now, if things go wrong, if I forgot a plug, my trusty cameraman will put the camera down and help me grab it. But I've done this multiple times. Key thing is, take your shoes off, put your big boy pants up, and hop on in there. And don't stand on anything that could break. But you see how much easier it is with no hood? I can just go, oh. Yeah. Okay, cameraman, put the camera down. Okay, we got the supercharger off. I forgot a little bit. Since I've always pulled my supercharger, I have a lot of stuff deleted, so I made it a little bit harder, but we got that back raw. But look at all this crap down here, like, ooh, a free tool. That'll come in handy. So we got all this dirt and crap from just years and years. So we'll keep unplugging. These are the knock sensors. We'll unplug these and get ready to start pulling everything out for this motor. But we got the supercharger out of the way, so now we can finish doing these harnesses. Okay, one F up on me. I thought about it after the fact once we were on one connector. I could pull everything out from the ECU, mostly. This whole harness that connects to almost everything is right to the ECU. So we might just have not had to pull a lot of this stuff off, but I need the harness anyway, so eventually I had to do it. But now we had a little bit of fun doing it in an uncomfortable, crappy way. So next time, go right to your ECU and lay it over the engine. So we're just going to keep going. And also, oh, make sure you get your AC lines. We almost forgot that too. So we're going to keep trucking away. We'll show you more once we go underneath the car of how I'm going to try to do stuff. But that's a little update of me messing up. And hopefully we won't do it again. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're underneath the car. We're going to be getting these bolts out over here. Okay? So my plan is we're going to take these bolts out, undo the alternator plug over there, get my 13 for my motor mounts over here, then go up top and do the top mounts and support this transmission. I'm hoping we didn't miss anything, but we're going to go slow to make sure we don't break anything because I want to keep almost all this. And like I said, everyone, 90%, well not 90, I would say 60% of this car is for sale. If you want that control arm, I'll sell it to you. If you want that shock, I'll sell it to you. If you're in Florida, I don't have to ship it. I'll be more likely to sell it to you mediumly cheap. Not for an effing dollar. But you get what I'm saying, guys. If this goes on eBay for 45 bucks and you offer me 35, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to try to get $200 for a good shock. But, all right, we're going to start knocking these bolts out, do the alternator, and hopefully this car will split apart nicely. So, pondering, we think we got all the bolts out. We think we got all the connectors off. We think we got all the cords off. Or wiring. So now we have this fancy dancy rig. So how we rigged it up was basically one bolt over here, grabbing to the motor, and then we put a bolt over here that goes to the supercharger hole with an L bracket, and we're hoping we could pull it up. Now we have a jack underneath the tranny to help it. We did the two 13mm motor mounts, so we're going to try to separate this and go gingerly and pull it up. And we're going to go really slow because if we did forget a wire, I'm not trying to rip it out or destroy anything because I'm trying to use a lot of this stuff. So we're going to set up a camera and start getting at it. Yeah, I think we'll try that. Yeah, my bad. I just remember, like, oh, we never took the torque converter out. Well, guys, remove the torque converter bolts first. So it's coming with us. All right, pull back. So yeah, we would have been out already, but now we have to come out as far as the torque converter.
Are those the bolts I was asking you about?
No.
Okay.
Try to.
So the tension that I'm concerned about is when it lets go, that engine's going to swing bam.
Yeah.
You okay with that? That's not going to break anything crazy?
Oh, it's probably going to hit the fucking radiator. Good point.
Do you want the radiator alive?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah, I got a mat.
If it lets go, it's going to swing forward, I'm assuming. That's just my assumption. I don't know.
Yeah, that should help cushion the blow.
Yeah, I was going to say. There's a most out, right?
Yeah, we're like a little bit away.
Step on training fluid, but just letting you know.
Huh?
Just letting you know you're about to step on training fluid so you don't slip.
Who took the bucket out, though?
Huh?
Did you take the bucket out?
Yeah, once I was under. Remember, I was under there and I took it out.
And you remember when I said we're going to leak tranny fluid? You said should we drain fluid? I was like, oh, we'll just leak tranny fluid.
Oh, I just lost all power here.
What do you mean you lost power?
Oh, here it goes.
Make sure that bolt's tight.
Yeah, let me make sure. Because at first I didn't know tension. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I was going pumping high enough.
Now try to wiggle it. Ow, wow.
No?
Alright, lower the tranny a little bit.
Lower?
A little bit.
That's going to be a hard task, let's see. Okay. Oh, man. That game was fucking twisted up. Okay, here we go. Is it lowering?
Yeah. No.
No?
No.
What am I doing then?
Turn it.
I'm trying to, but it's not. I can't get it to turn.
Are you turning it the proper way? Righty tighty, lefty loosey?
Lefty, my way. Towards me, right?
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Yeah, towards me.
Your left is the. What did you do?
You see that?
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Am I not showing up
Did
right
you
now?
just destroy the jack?
No. Did I lose all power?
Holy shoot, bro. This is a different issue. How did we just break the effing jack? Well, ladies and gentlemen, what happened is our transmission holding apparatus is now broken. We can't release it. But luckily, we have a lift. So we'll go up a little bit. Okay. You ready for wigglies?
Yes. Wiggle. Let go, you son of a... There it goes. I heard something.
No, it just fell right back in. Still, we gotta be caught on something, buddy.
You think so? Like the motor itself?
Like it snagged on something because... Oh, you see something?
No. The motor mounts. Did you take them all the way out?
Right under the bolts.
Okay,
So they're still
that.
there.
I was asking for the bolt. I was like...
No, the bolt's taken out.
We know what the... You're getting on it.
I got it.
Oh, you're trying to get it.
I got it. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're almost there. Let me show you how close we are. We are effing so close for him to come out. Granted, we probably should have tried to remove the torque converter, but we're almost effing there. And like I said, my jack broke. So now we've been using the lift to manipulate it. So we're going to lift it up one more time and try to get this bad girl out.
You didn't go enough.
I'm
going easy.
You're the operator of that, and I keep getting weird comments from you.
Still there. Only because the motor. There it goes.
There you go.
Hey,
We're out.
out.
Yank her up, guys. Go up, Berto.
Oh yeah, I got no tension now.
So what we gotta do now, we see this little, I was hoping to just undo the starter from here, but clearly I can't, so we got a bolt there to take off, a bolt here, and I'm gonna try to go all the way back around. I think it'll loop all the way into here. We're gonna see how much this we could take off, so I can just do that whole wiring harness with it. All right. That's an 8.
Ocho.
Yes, Spanish word.
Step on the duck.
Did I step on a duck? What are you mumbling?
I heard a finger.
All right. How much more do you go? To the battery. Okay. Turn it off. Okay.
Live action. Look at that.
Okay. right, all right. Which one we at now? Right here, guys. We're almost through. Word of advice, disconnect the battery before you do this job, or you'll get a little awakening. Awakening? Woken up.
Perfect English.
My mama said English is always the best language. Ta-da! So, there's a yellow jacket that's been haunting us for the last 3 hours. He came back. He's over there right now. I think we heard his home at one point, so we've been getting hunted. Nature. All right. Let's set the camera back up and let's get this bad girl out. So as you see, we almost missed one effing hose. So we're going to break this hose loose. We're probably going to lower this a little bit because that doesn't feel good. So lower this down because I got a lot of tension. I want to swing in. Hey guys, do you own a Slk32, an SL55, or an E55, and you're in a hot as heck climate, like here in sunny Florida where it's 105 effing degrees most of the time, and where you want to have some lower air intake temps, then I got the product for you. What we got behind this fancy bumper is a force induction interchiller system. Now what that means is I got an actual system over here that's running my coolant, water, boom, 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 through a system that uses the AC to cool it down and make it ice cold. Brr, let's look at some temps. So in comparison, we got my SL55 AMG bad girl right over here. Now what this car has done to it, just mod related, are catalytic tuned 92mm throttle body and some fancy knees, wings, ported surge tanks and crossover pipes. And let's go look at those temps. All this has for cooling is a split cooling system and a teeny little reservoir. Let's see what those temps are. Look right there, this bad girl, you have 122 Fahrenheit air intake temperatures. It is 101 degrees out right now, and this one is pushing out 20 degrees above ambient. That is not bad, that's not good. Usually a car that we just ran around is gonna be steady at 120 degrees over. Now let's go look at the interchiller system from Force Induction. Now in the Force Induction interchiller system, the mods are stacked pulley, 65mm, 178, some crossovers, long tube headers, a lot more go fast, a lot more power mods. Let's see what these temps are. I got a sneaky suspicion they're gonna be a little bit lower. Now let's look at those temps. That is 45 degrees. You hear me? 45 degrees air intake temp when it is well over an effing 100 degrees out here in sunny Florida. That is astronomically good. And all these cars are just sitting out here heating up in nice Florida sun. So as you can see there's a huge difference on a daily driven car that we just drove around. Both these cars came back, parked them. There's a huge difference. Now I'm not saying it's cold outside at all. It's over 100. This SL55 is 20 degrees above ambient, which is kind of normal. And then the SLK with the Force Induction interchiller system is way below ambient. And where that helps you out is if your ambient temperatures, or if your starting temperatures are way below ambient, that means when you do the pool, it will still climb up maybe 60 or 70, but you're starting from so much lower. So this kit is working great, and this is only the Stage 1 kit. They make a Stage 2 that is even better. So if you have an E55, SL55, SLK32, C32, the list goes on. They have kits out there for you. You could use universal kits on any car that has a liquid air intercooler system, or they have a couple pre-built kits for Trackhawks, for Hellcats, for some SLA stuff, tons of stuff out there. And if you want to save some cash on those, you go down there and put a coupon code ND72. That'll save you some cash. You wondering if that thing helps you out, helps me out? It does. So anyone who's watching this video, please make sure you go and use my coupon code if you're going to purchase their products. So far, I love my product. And now that we told you a little about the product, let's get back to the video. Okay, so now we're going to take the torque converter off, something we should have done originally. So right over here, you have a little service cover. All right, right back here. Right back here, you have a service cover. You're gonna spin it around and there's bolts up there. They're 13s. So you just keep spinning the motor around. You're gonna be tightening the motor, tightening the bolts to the right, and then get each one of these bolts off. Ooh, this is gonna suck with it flying in the air though. All right, there you go. Got one. And there should be, I think it's either 4 or 5. Literally just count the tabs. So we're going to put the camera down. I'm going to have my cameraman partner start spinning the motor as I do this. So, now we got this big gaping hole over here, and looking at it, it looks pretty effing clean. Now, there's not really a lot of rust, not a little oil, except for what we dumped out. Now we got to do the tranny. Now, here's where we did F up. We should have debolted all my stuff back there before. Then we could have just dropped that while we pulled that. But we didn't. We're stupid. So now we're going to do it now. It doesn't look too bad. We got under these tranny lines, and then it should be the tranny mount and the drive shaft. Should be relatively simple. But we're going to try to see what's going to happen when we move the jack out of the way to see if it actually like drops. So, let's see. Oh yeah, this jack is effed up.
She's a little banky, yeah.
Okay.
Banky.
All right.
She's not bad.
No. We just gotta be very careful because we gotta put this thing in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hanging. Oh, it's hanging on the line.
Ooh.
All right, so we're gonna put a ratchet strap and support it over here just to be safe. All right, we're gonna knock that out and we'll catch you guys later. Okay, so now we're under the car. One little issue, as you see, my whole transmission's twisted because now the motor's not holding it. So it's going to suck a little bit, but we're going to put a jack under here. Johnny can just hold it, and I'm going to break all my bolts loose. It should just be 3 bolts for the drive shaft, then the mount, which is 2 bolts, and then the shifter. So we're just going to knock it out really quick and try to be safe. All right, guys, so we got the motor pulled in this video. We pulled off a lot of other miscellaneous stuff. But remember, if you want anything from this car, hit me up. If you need a fan control module, hit me up. If you need secondary air pump stuff, hit me up. Anything you really see here that I'm not going to use, hit me up. I'll sell it. If you're in Florida, I'll sell it relatively cheap. If you make me ship it, it's going to be a little bit more money. But hopefully you guys like this video, and soon, hopefully the next video, we'll be dropping the Supercharger and all the miscellaneous parts into my death cart to make that thing a really fast, fun car. So hope you guys like this channel. Hopefully you guys like the content. Hope you like the death carts coming back. And we'll be bringing a few other cars back from 3-4 years ago soon too, but one step at a time. Make sure you guys like the channel. Throw a subscribe down. Throw a comment down. Do something, share with your friends. Make this channel grow, and I'll catch you guys later.